Hi everybody, Claudia here with Healthy Preparedness. In this video, I want to show you a tool, so to speak, that I list in my book, Beyond Wheat and Weeds. I find it to be so valuable. It's something called Saniderm. It is a transparent adhesive bandage. So what that is, I have a little sheet here, but let me show you a bigger sheet. In this particular package, it has big sheets that are about this size. And they also have rolls that you can use, and it's basically just a bandage that goes on your arm that's completely transparent, and it's breathable, and it is basically an alternative or a substitute to having to use stitches. So for instance, my friend is the one who actually makes or owns this company, this brand. And their daughter, she got a cut right above her eye here, her eyelid, and it was just an area where the doctors couldn't do stitches. So what they did is they took some of the Saniderm, they cleaned off the wound really good, and they took some of the Saniderm and applied it over the top of, the wound area, and it healed perfectly. They can't even see a scar today. I applied Saniderm on my arm right here, and you can barely even see it. It's really flexible. It's not going to come off. Even if I get it wet, it won't come off. It keeps the wound area sanitary, infection-free, and there are a handful of ways that we can use the Saniderm. It doesn't just have to be used for wounds. It can also be used for, if you've looked through my book, or if you know about like herbal healing and stuff, you can create herbal poultices or even garlic poultices and either put them on your feet or put them on areas where there's an injury, whether it's a broken bone, whether it's a sprain, whether it's a bruise of some kind, and you can cover it with the Saniderm, and the Saniderm will trap the moisture in there and just allow your body to draw in more of that. Interestingly enough, even if you do something like an iodine that you're putting on your arm, you can apply the Saniderm over it, and it's nice and flat and flexible. You hardly even notice that it's there, and you're able to absorb more of the iodine into your body because it's not just being evaporated into the air. So you can also apply it on the heels of your feet. So you put some sort of a like lotion or ointment on your heels, your dry and cracked heels, and then you apply the Saniderm over it, and it just helps your heel to draw that in more, so it's not being evaporated into the air. You can even put it on burns. So if you have a burn, you can place some sort of an ointment, whatever one you're choosing, on the burn area and then apply the Saniderm over that, and that will help increase healing. Let's see, it also helps with the prevention of blisters and the healing of blisters. So for me, I just think of disaster situations, and who knows what kind of hard labor we may be needing to do with shovels or axes or saws or I don't know what, but to know that we have something that we can just place over the men's hands or our hands to help with blisters, or with our feet, who knows how long we may have to be walking, and the shoes that we're wearing may be giving us blisters. Well, you put this over the area where the blister is forming or has formed, and it completely protects that area, like as if you're placing a whole new layer of skin on there that's protecting it. Let's see, some other ways to use it are for diabetic ulcers, any occlusive healing, even for eczema patches. So you apply the ointment that you're putting over the eczema area, and you cover it with the Saniderm, and it keeps that ointment on there so that it's just all of it is being absorbed into that skin area. It just increases the healing that's being done there, and it's even saving you money on how much of the ointment you're having to use because it's not being rubbed off on clothes or being evaporated into the air. Any sort of chafing or sore areas, this is great for that. So you would apply it onto those areas. Road rash, it's excellent for road rash. Road rash is just such a hard thing to heal from, and just a painful injury to heal from. And by being able to apply an ointment, whether it's something like Neosporin or some other salve of some kind, and then place the Saniderm over that area, it's amazing how quickly it allows the body to heal from something like that, and just helps reduce pain and inflammation. And like I said, it's basically like your stitches in a box. So let me show you how to use it. I'm going to show you how I put this on my arm right here. Okay, so first thing that you want to do is you want to wash off the wound area. So I just drew this little marker streak right here, just pretending like there's a wound there, okay, just so we can see where we want to be placing it. And we want to cut off as much of the Saniderm as we want, making sure that there will at least be about 1/2 inch to even 1 inch covering around where the wound is at. So there's the wound. I've washed it off very well. And now I'm going to take off the back part of the Saniderm. Okay, so I'm taking the back part of the Saniderm off. And all of this is the sticky area right there. And I'm going to apply it over the wound area and press it down nice and firm. And then take off the backing. And then see how that'll just stay on there. It's nice and flexible. It's not going to come off. Even if I get it wet, it won't come off. The only way it'll come off is if I peel it off. So that is completely protecting that wound there. But yeah, it's a breathable material, so it's not going to get all weird, just like skin does underneath a bandage. With any wound, normally, you know, there's white blood cells that collect there, and there's like a liquid that forms there, and that's okay. That will actually help the wound heal more quickly. So there will be some liquid that will form in here as the wound heals, but that's okay. That's what normally turns into a scab as it hits the air, but this is keeping it completely sanitary and allowing the healing to happen more quickly, and it's keeping the wound closed so that everything can heal as it should. Okay, so that's how you use it. Now, like I said, you can either buy it in sheets. This is called a personal pack. It contains 3 sheets that are 6 inches by 8 inches wide, and you can cut it down to the size that you need. The only thing that I've noticed with this 6 by 8 inches with this size is that it only has, let me see, I can see it. It only has one little zigzagged area where you can peel off the backing. If that's not on there, it's actually pretty hard to get it off. So it might be nice to get a roll. But even this is just really valuable because you can cut it down to any size that you want, and it's in nice big large sheets just in case if you're dealing with something like road rash over a large area of your body, so you can apply it on there. So you leave it on for, I don't know, a day, 2, 3 days, maybe even, and then you just take it off and put on a new bandage and clean that off and put on a new one, and until the wound is completely healed. So it's a pretty amazing product. I love this stuff. Hospitals use it a lot on burn victims, even surgeries, and here we are, we're able to get this at a really decent price. So this is about $8, I think, for this pack, and if you put my name in capital letters, Claudia, Claudia, in capital letters, as you check out and get some of this, you'll get free shipping. So take advantage of that, and just make sure you have a pack or 2 of this in your food storage. I know we do, and it just makes me feel more comfortable with any wounds or injuries that we may be coming across. So I hope this was valuable to you. I hope you learned something new, and you see why this is such a worthwhile thing to get and put in our food storage. And I will be creating more videos soon. Thank you for watching this video. I will see you next time. Thank you. Bye.